Hello PEGA aspirants, are you struggling to understand PEGA concepts? No worries, Harsha Trainings is here to help you understand PEGA in depth. In this video, I am going to explain you about the concept of data pages. You are going to learn about data page, its purpose and when to use data pages and what are the advantages of data page along with the scopes of the data page. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. If you have any doubts regarding any topic of PEGA, post your question in the comment section of this video. Let's get started now.
Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss about next topic, which is data page, which is very important in PEGA. This is one of the main rules in PEGA, without which you will not even have one interview conducted. Everyone will ask questions about this concept. Okay, data page, it's a big one. We'll slowly work on these things. Many requirements we're going to work on data page. Okay, so before we proceed to discuss about what is data page and all, let me tell you one scenario, real life scenario, and think about its advantages or disadvantages. Okay, just imagine there is an application which is developed using PEGA. There is a bank application. What is the application? Bank application is there. In the bank application, you have one link, hyperlink is there. Just display FD interest rate, FD interest rates. That's what it is. It says you have seen one link called display FD interest rates or show FD interest rates. You wanted to do a fixed deposit. You want to know what is the interest rate that they are providing for my fixed deposit. So if you do 6 months, this much interest rate. If you do 7 months, this much. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, tenure, 1 year tenure, like this. Different interest rates for different tenure plus different interest rates for different age group people. Yes or no? So it's a joint account, different interest rate. It is a woman account, different interest rate. If it is senior citizen account, it's a different interest rate. So like this, there will be a table that will get displayed. There will be a table that gets displayed. So there is a table available. There is a table, FD interest rates, FD interest rate. There is a table available, FD interest rates. And you need to display in a screen, you need to display, there is a link like this. There is a link which is saying display FD interest rate. On click of link, so it displays a table structure of FD interest rates details, interest rates data. It is displaying FD interest rate data. When you click on the link, it is displaying. Can any one of you tell me how to implement this? We did it already. This requirement, we did it already. Yes or no? So we have a table. Table has n number of records in it. So we want to retrieve the records which are available in the table and display in UI. So how can I achieve this?
Using activity OBJ.
Using activity, which method?
OBJ browse.
OBJ browser. Just give me 1 minute. OBJ browse. Just give me 1 minute. Why these people? Okay, so OBJ browse. 1 minute, it should work. So activity OBJ browse. When you click of the link, you are going to call one activity which has OBJ browse to fetch. After you fetch, how do you display in UI? Tell me how to display in UI. How to display the data in UI?
Table layout.
Table layout.
Table layout. Use table layout. What is the source you will be using for table layout?
Data page.
Report definition.
When did we learn data pages?
Clipboard page. Page list.
Clipboard page of page list. Some page list you will be using. Okay. So now someone was asking question, why did we not use primary.country? Country is not from work class. Country is from which class? Data class. You just cross check that once. Okay. So that's whatever the design you told, that's what you are going to implement. So now let me tell you one concept. You understand this, right? How to implement. So we will come back to this one. Now I'll tell you one concept called as requester. What is the concept? Requester. Requester means the operator who log into PRPC. Who log into PRPC is called as requester. Is called as requester. Requester meaning that operator. If as an operator, if you log into PRPC, you will be called as requester in PEGA. You will be called as requester in PEGA. See how PEGA is going to have every operator. Suppose if 5 operators log in. Suppose 5 operators log in. 5 operators log into PRPC. Then how many? Okay. So let me write down this here. How many requesters are there in PEGA? If 5 operators log into PEGA, how many requesters will be there in PEGA? 5. So when a requester log into PEGA, then PEGA creates a requester session. What is that PEGA creates? A requester session will be created. So when 5 operators log into PRPC, then how many sessions will be created? Then 5 requester sessions will be created. What do you mean by session? What do you mean by session?
Login.
Specific to user who logged in.
Login and log out. The time between the
User
independent
actually.
an
The ability
independent
to work
process.
within the PEGA.
Okay.
User with separate operator ID.
Okay, operator ID is okay. So let me tell you. Okay, that's okay. Session means, see, it's like a virtual space provided to you. Virtual space provided to you in software. Suppose here PEGA classroom is there. PEGA class is going on. This is one session now. So this is one session. Who can access this session? Only I can access this session because I am a trainer here. Can DevOps trainer come here and he can access this session? No. DevOps trainer, we have separate room created. So DevOps trainer will teach in DevOps classroom. Their DevOps session will run. Session is a particular place meant for one particular authorized person. Yes or no? I am the authorized person here. I created this session because I logged into this room. Okay. So there in DevOps classroom, DevOps are logged in. So he created that session. Correct? So when I log in, session will be created for me. So my session will not be accessible to another operator. Another session, operator session will not be accessible to me. So what PEGA will do is, PEGA creates a clipboard for each session. That means when I log into PEGA, for me some space will be allocated in PEGA. I mean like virtual space will be allocated. In my space, my clipboard will be available. My tracer will be there. Okay, clear everyone? Whatever I execute will come onto my clipboard. Now, if another operator log in, another virtual space will be created. That's called session. In that session, one clipboard will be created. So if 1,000 people log into PEGA, how many clipboards will be there? 1,000 clipboards will be there. Understand clear everyone? So can I see another person clipboard directly? Is it possible? You cannot see directly being in your session. There is a possibility of remote clipboard viewer. That's later. We'll not discuss now. Okay. So remote viewing means you can view the other's clipboard by going to a different place. Okay. But how many clipboards will be there in PEGA if 1 million people log in? How many clipboards will be there?
1 million.
1 million.
1 million clipboards will be there. How many, suppose in each clipboard, if they fetch the data from table, each person fetched the data from table. Each person fetched the data from table. When each person fetched the data from table, data is fetched onto page 1. So 1 million people logged in, all targeted one table only. They fetched the data. Our design is like when data is browsed, it has to be browsed onto page 1.px results. Now I'm asking a question. How many page 1 will be created on clipboard, right? How many page 1 will be there? How many pages will be there? 1 million pages will be there.
Yes.
1 million people logged into PEGA. All of them have hit some database. Got the data from table onto some page A. Page A. How many number of pages will be there on clipboard with name on server? Okay, with name page A. How many will be there? 1 or 1 million? 1 million will be there. So this 1 million is one with me, one with second session, one with third session. Though we went to same table. So consider these things and let's discuss about the concept of this bank application with FD interest rate. Imagine 1,000 people have logged into PRPC. How many? 1,000 logged into bank application. Above I told no bank up the PEGA application as you told. So when you click on the link, it will call activity. Activity will do OBJ browse, fetch the data onto clipboard, copy it to UI page list. It will display in UI. That's what the design you told. So 1,000 logged into bank application. How many clipboards will be there? 1,000 obviously. Now 1,000 people, they clicked on bank application, clicked on this link, clicked on the link, display of the interest rates. Now tell me, first point, when they click on activity will run, right? For everyone, same activity only in the design. How many times the activity will run? Activity runs how many times? Runs how many times? 1,000 times. How many times? 1,000 times. One for each person. Second point, how many times the database will get hit? Database gets hit how many times?
1,000 times.
1,000 times database is going to get hit. 1,000 times. Now tell me, third one. How many, okay, 1,000 times it is hitting and fetching the data and placing it on some browse page.bxls. How many pages will be created on clipboard which will have the details? How many pages will be there?
1,000.
Clipboard pages.
1,000 pages.
Clipboard pages. How many pages?
1,000.
1,000 pages will be there. Yes or no? 1,000 pages will be there. Now, my point is that if you go to the session 1 clipboard, session 2, all 1,000 clipboards you open, you see session 1 clipboard has page A. Here also page A. Everywhere page A, page A, page A. But for all of them, they see the same data or not?
Same
Data will
data.
be same. All the pages, all 1,000 pages contains same data. Yes or no? Contains same data, no? All 1,000 pages contains same data. So now there is a disadvantage in this design. What is the disadvantage? For the same data, which is common for everyone, you will display, anyone clicks on the button, you will display same table of information. They will go through it, whatever they like it, they will proceed accordingly with that particular type of FT. Correct? So for all 1,000 people, same data you want to give. So when I want to give the same thing for everyone, should I maintain it in 1,000 different pages or only one page if I have available, which is like having a capability of sharing, That means, so unnecessarily, we are loading the same data into 1,000 sessions. Into how many sessions? 1,000 sessions. Instead of this, load the data into a common SharePoint area. SharePoint is there. Means cache memory. Where? So load the data into cache memory. Anyone is going to look for the data, take it from cache memory instead of going to database every time. You don't have to go to database every time. So take it from cache memory. Understand clear, everyone? So 1,000 pages are being created with duplicate. A lot of data is available. Same data is available on all 1,000 pages. So instead of this, only for first person, run activity. Okay, go to table means database, load the data onto cache memory, for example, cache memory, and give it. Okay. Second person, do we have data from cache available in cache memory? Take the data from cache memory. No need to run the activity. Or hit DB. No need to run the activity or no need to hit the database. No need to, every time you don't have to go to the same place when you need the same data. When you need same data 1,000 times, one time you take it and save it with you. Later 1,000 times use it. You or someone else, whoever it is. So this is going to save the time. This is going to save the space. This is going to save the time. So if you implement this particular thing, okay, this is what cache mechanism. Caching mechanism.
The clipboard pages will be 1,000, right, Harsha?
No.
1,000 people?
For 1,000 people, one page will be created. How many pages will be created? One page. Where it will be created? Cache memory. So that will be shared to all 1,000. everyone will take a copy from that particular thing only. Now,
Because activity will run only once.
correct.
Harsha, I have a question on this one.
Hold on with your question. Hold on. Let me finish first of all. Okay, I'll get back to everyone. So in this scenario, if 1,000 people logged into bank application and click on the link to display FD interest rate, how many times activity will run?
Once.
How many times activity will run?
One time.
One time instead of 1,000 times. How many times database will get hit? One time instead of 1,000 times. Instead of 1,000 times. And how many pages will be created on clipboard? One page instead of 1,000. It is also a reference. It is already there in cache. From cache only it will refer. It will not create every page, duplicate data, and so much space will not be occupied. So this approach, if we can achieve, if we can achieve this design, then the time to travel till database and bring the data from second request onwards will decrease. First request, it is traveling to database, bringing the data. Okay. Second person, it is not required to go to database. No. Directly from cache it is taken. So less time, it will pick the data. Okay. And space is been less now. So clipboard is not occupying 1,000 GB. Now only 1 GB. Otherwise 1,000 MB is not occupying 1 MB. Activity is also not running 1,000 times. Only one time it is running. Only one time it is running. So there is an advantage if you can implement this type of mechanism. Now tell me, what is the question? Someone?
Okay, my question was like, what about if multiple people are hitting that button at same time?
That's what I told. See, it cannot match that same time of milliseconds also, right? So it's like a pretty rare situation. We should not be thinking about this. Okay. So how far it is? It is not possible. The possibility also you need to think. Okay. No problem. Once it is cached, PEGA will take from cache. No issues. Okay.
Harsha,
Now,
how long the data will be in the cache?
that and all we'll see later. How long? I'll cover everything. First the concept. Now this has been implemented by PEGA. This has been implemented by PEGA. Already PEGA thought about these things and they have implemented this caching mechanism by using one different type of page. Page means page refers to a class, holds the properties and values of that respect to referring class. Now that page is called data page. Page which contains the data is called data page. So data page is a shared page. What is the meaning of shared? Shared means
shared between all the users.
Yeah, whatever it contains, it will be given to someone. One or more people it will give. Okay. Shared or cached page. Cached also same concept. Cached page on server's clipboard. On server's clipboard. So whenever, okay, I'll show you. Just give me 1 minute. Huh? So it will take 1.5 hours. It's not like it cannot be done the theory explanation within 1 hour or 1 minute or 2 minutes. Okay. So it will take 1.5 hour time to explain database concept. You need to wait on this particular thing to get all the points. Whatever you're asking, how data will be removed and all, we'll see later. You create data page under data model category. Like you are creating a property, single page referring to a class, right? Same way only, but the page itself is now a rule. Page itself is now a rule, which is a type called as data page. Data page you are creating. Data page, you provide some name, test. What is the name of the page? D_test. See, I've given test. Why it is taking D_test? I'll remove D_. I don't like it. Okay. So let's see what is going to happen. I'm removing D_. What is going to happen now? It is not allowing me to create. It says that invalid page reference. Page name must start with the prefix declare underscore or D_. Page name must start with the prefix declare underscore. So it is not allowing you unless you give D_. It is not allowing. So when you create pages on clipboard, any name is okay, but for data pages, name should be D_. When PEGA looks at the clipboard, if the page is D_, it understands, okay, it is data page. It understands it is data page. Clear, everyone? Or declare underscore is also okay, they are saying. Why declare underscore? See, data page is an instance of class rule declare pages. What is the class name? Rule declare pages. Data page is an instance of class rule declare pages. See, from PEGA 7 version onwards, they are calling it as data page. But before PEGA 7, same concept will not change. It was called as declare pages. It was called as declare pages. Before PEGA 7, it was called as declare pages. So that's why previous versions of applications will have declare underscore. If the application is upgraded to latest PEGA environment, PEGA version, still declare underscore is supported. That's why you still see declare underscore is also as a supporting one. Today, if you create any page, you will create always with D underscore. So a data page name must start with D underscore. Data page is the cached page on server's clipboard. Okay, cached page on server's clipboard. Its data will be shared among. So shared multiple times, shared even multiple times. Okay, multiple times. First one within single work object. I'll explain you these things tomorrow. Single work object. Within work object means within single transaction. No? Within a transaction, I may need some data many times. No? I may request for same data many times within a transaction. Yes or no? Such scenarios will exist or not. So you have initiated transaction, you are doing the transaction, you are ending the transaction. Beginning to ending, some data I may request from database many times. So second one, it will be shared. Okay, it will be shared multiple times among multiple work objects, within single requester session. So I am a requester. I logged in at morning 9 o'clock. So I am going to leave for the lunch at 1 p.m. Between 9 to 1, I can create so many transactions. I can create so many work objects. So for every work object, I need some data. So the data which I received at one work object, which I fetched at one work object, I can share with other work objects within my session, but not with the work objects of other person. Okay, this is also one scenario of sharing. Third one, among multiple requesters who log on to same server. Server means node, same node. Okay, same node. Okay, within the node, or you can say within node. Okay, same node. See, sharing again can be done at 3 levels of boundaries. I'll tell you a simple example. Okay, I'll explain you this. I'll tell you a simple example. You just take an example of politician. So there is a politician, okay, who is like a corporator. Corporator means he will be having the authority in a specific region within city. Okay, so you have state, otherwise you have country, state, and city. Okay, so countrywide president will be there, prime minister will be there, statewide chief minister will be there, and citywide, let's say, legislative member will be there, MLA will be there. Now there is an MLA. So MLA has authority within one city. Beyond the city, you will be having any authority? Is he going to have any authority? If he want to run any schemes, he can run within his city. But out of the city, he is not allowed because his scope is limited. His scope is limited to city only. But if chief minister, state level, means any multiple cities within the state. So state level, he can run some schemes. Prime minister, but other state, can this chief minister, state one chief minister, can he run the schemes in other state? No, he could not. Now, prime minister can run the scheme across the country among multiple states, correct? So based on their scope of authority, they can work and do something. Are you clear with this? The similar concept we will be seeing in data pages also. In data pages also, same concept we are going to see. What is that concept here in data page is called as scope. What is that concept? So data page is a shared page. But sharing, you don't need all the time to share with everyone. So some data should be shared only within one person only, multiple times, but not with other persons. But I have a need of repeatedly the same data but I have need of not sharing it to others within one single requester session. Okay, I want to share the data, but not with other requesters. I'll tell you examples, just wait. See, first we will go with second. Okay, first we'll go with second one so that you can better understand the second one. Okay, second one. Okay, sharing among multiple work objects. So just imagine there is an insurance application. There is an insurance application. So insurance application will be accessed by multiple insurance agents. Agent means who is the agent? Person. A person who is responsible to visit the clients, customers, take their applications, do the data entry in the insurance application by creating one transaction. Suppose if we collect applications from 10 people, how many work objects he will create? 10 work objects, obviously, correct? Okay. Now, when an insurance agent log into PRPC, he will create transactions. He will create work objects. One work object is for one policy of one client. Like that, morning 9 o'clock when he log in, by the time he is going to log off by 1 p.m., he can do a data entry of 10 applications at least. Let's take an example. Now, this insurance application login, which you are trying to do, login, the application will be accessible to all agents, but agents belongs to different agencies. Agency means branch. Imagine, just consider a scenario. One city, one branch is there. One city, one branch, one location, one branch, one agent. Like this, how many locations will be there? N number of locations, n number of locations, each location one branch, each branch one person, one agent will be there. All of them will have their login. So the agent belongs to agency. Agent belongs to agency. Now each agency can come up with some referral amount, correct? So insurance agent, why they will work? They will not work for salary alone. They will work for commissions. So if they bring some policies, they will get commission, correct? For each policy, they will get some percentage of commission. So this percentage of commission can be same at all agencies, can be different at each agency. Some agency where business is not properly running, they can give 10% of commission out of the premium amount. So they can give 5%, some other person 5%. So when an insurance agent log into PEGA, and when he make a transaction, he will log into PEGA and he will say that create new insurance policy. He created. The moment he creates, at the first screen in the background, what should happen is, while running this, when transaction is initiated, based on his agency code, he will have some agency code. Based on the agency code that he belongs to, from the agency table, it will pull the percentage of commission. It will pull. That commission will be applied during this transaction processing. Yes or no? So one work object completed, commission is applied here. Same person has again created one more work object. Now, should you apply the same percentage or different percentage? So where is this percentage defined? In the agency table, in a table. So when you make a transaction, the PEGA should go to agency table, fetch based on your ID, based on your agency ID, it has to fetch the respective percentage of commission and apply it to your policy that you are doing. This is same for n number of work objects that you create, but it is not same for n number of work objects that other person creates. Other agent also will log into same application, same transaction he will do. But for him, it may be different percentage. Yes or no, this is possible real life scenario. Are you following everyone? Online students.
Yes.
So far, are you clear? We have not yet completed. Are you clear so far? Now there is a need. In this requirement, there is a need. Some data to be pulled from table. It has to be shared among multiple objects of single requester session, but not with other requesters. As per the business, this is decided. It's not technical aspect. So as per your business design, business architecture, it is decided that you need some data that is within operator only. Among multiple objects, we want sharing, but it should not be shared with other operators because that violates commission policy, correct? Other operator may have different commission rate. Clear, everyone? So if you get this type of scenario, sharing is there, correct? That means you will go for data page, but it should not be shared with other persons or work objects. Your work objects only it should be shared with, correct? That then you will be creating data page and choosing the scope as requester scope. This will limit the sharing boundaries of the data page as within single requester session, but not with other requesters sessions. So among multiple objects, it will share, but that should be objects. All objects should be belongs to single requester session. Are you clear, every one of you? Online students, are you clear with this point?
Yes, Harsha.
Okay. So now what is meant by single requester session? I'll tell you. Now I have logged in at 9 o'clock. I'm requesting for data page. I'm requesting for data page, which is scope of requester is there. Okay. Developer has created a requester session. First work object I created. First work object if I create, do I already have data page available with me? No. So it will not be there. So PEGA will go to table, fetch the data and paste it on data page. Clear? So now second work object when I create, already I have data. Correct? So PEGA will take directly from database. Third work object, fourth work object, 10 work objects I created. I logged off and I left for the lunch. For the first work object, it has directly go to table, fetch the data and placed it on clipboard. Remaining 9, sharing has happened. That's what we are expecting. Correct? Now 2 o'clock I came back and I logged in back into PEGA. For the day, 11th work object. For the second login, first work object. For the day, 11th work object. Same login ID. Previously morning session, same login ID. Afternoon session also, same login ID. But when I log in at 2 o'clock and create a work object, which is 11th in a count in a day, is it going to create a new data page, load the data freshly from table, or it will copy? What will happen? What do you think?
It
What will
creates
happen?
it
It will
creates
create a new data page because the session is different. The session is, when you log into PEGA, session will be created. When you log off from PEGA, session will be destroyed. 2 o'clock when you log in, a new session, same operator ID, but new session is created. So data will be again, for that new session, you don't have data page already, no. So data page, when it will be getting deleted, when you log off, session is destroyed, data page also going away. Data page is also erased in this scenario. Understand clear, everyone? Online students, are you clear, everyone? So scopes of data pages. Scopes, first one, thread scope. What is the first one? Thread. Second one, requester. I told you about requester scope. Third one, node. Requester scope means data page will be shared among multiple work objects of single requester session, but not with other requester sessions. Understand clear, everyone? What do you mean by thread? Thread means one work object. If one work object initiated, processed, ended. This is one thread. 10 work objects, if you create, how many threads? 10 threads. Transaction you can imagine as a thread, no? Okay, one flow, entire flow is one thread. So now thread scope, if while creating data page, if you select thread scope, sharing will be there because it is data page. But within thread data page here, it will be shared. I'll write down here. Shared among. Shared multiple times. Of course, shared multiple times within thread. Thread means what? Single work object, but not with the other work objects. So the data page, while creating, a developer creates a data page as thread scope means this data page when loaded, it will be shared. First time it will be loaded. Second time onwards, it will be shared. But what is the extent it will be shared? Within the single work object. Suppose you initiate a transaction. You are completing the transaction. You have initiated one transaction of money withdraw. The moment you initiate the transaction and you provide the basic details, it has pulled the total amount of money balance available in your account. It has pulled at certain point. At third step, 10 steps are there. Third step, it has pulled balance amount. From third to 10th step, multiple times it wants to verify the balance amount against something. So are you manipulating a transaction in between? It wants to verify. From throughout the transaction, balance amount should be same. Is there any possibility it will change within the transaction? Is there any possibility? Is there any possibility that balance amount will change within transaction?
No.
There is no such possibility. If you are doing that, means tampering the data. right? So multiple times it wants to verify the balance amount is correct or not, same or not. Multiple times it wants. Every time it will not go to your account table and fetch. First time it has fetched, no. That value it is going to utilize multiple times. So the balance amount for transaction 1 and transaction 2. What is the probability? Okay, can you say that whatever the amount is available at transaction 1, the same should be available at transaction 2? Will there be any such possibility? Is there a possibility that balance amount can change from transaction to transaction? It can change. So here, the balance amount which you pull, you want to utilize multiple times within the transaction, but you should not use the same value in another transaction. Next transaction, when you make, pull it freshly. Correct? So in such scenarios, you will go for thread scope of data page. In such scenarios, you'll go for which scope of data page? Thread scope. Node means server. Node means what? Server. So now in a server, how many people will log in? N number of people. So it will be shared among multiple requesters. If the database scope you have chosen as node scope means database will be available for sharing among multiple requesters who are in the specific server, who are in same server. I'll explain you same server meaning later. But so PEGA is installed in a server. 10,000 people logged in. So for all of them, data needs to be shared. So first someone logged in today at 9 o'clock. He requested for data. Freshly database created, loaded. It went to table, fetched the data. Second person logged in, same data he wants. PEGA will share the data because the data page is available with which scope? Node scope. PEGA finds, PEGA, okay, I'll change this to small letters. So if the database scope is thread, data will be shared within the thread, within work object, but not with other threads. The database scope is requester, data will be shared among multiple work objects of single requester session, but not with other requesters. Database scope is node means database will be shared among multiple requesters of single node, single server, but not with the requesters who log into another server. That point I will tell you tomorrow. Another server means I'll tell you later. Okay, understand clear everyone? So remaining details about database theory part will be continued tomorrow. Theory still we have to continue. March 12, 2025. Database theory continuation. Database theory continuation. Are you clear, every one of you? You understand what is data page and what are the scopes of the sharing? Everyone. Everyone clear? Respond, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Harsha. Yes.
We'll continue tomorrow to discuss further points about database. There are so many points to cover. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining, everyone.